There we are. Hello, basketball fans, and welcome to tonight's Valley Conference action between the visiting Mankato Loyola Crusaders and the Janesville Waldorf Pemberton Bulldogs. Tonight's NFHS broadcast is brought to you by Witz Electric, residential, commercial, farm, new construction, and remodeling. Please contact Roger Witz of Pemberton, 507-234-6694. Witz Electric since 1949. Here at the booth once again, starting lineups momentarily. We got Anakin Williams with me, along with Donovan Rodriguez, and we're about 2 minutes away from tip-off here. I'm going to exit for a little bit to do the starting lineups, but we'll be in good hands at the booth. We'll go get it on the flag, and we'll be all set. Yeah.
Live mics, still talking.
Hello, basketball fans, and welcome to tonight's Valley Conference action between the Mankato Loyola Crusaders and your very own Janesville Waldorf Pemberton Bulldogs. This game is being played under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. These rules provide for fair competition among all players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Everyone is responsible for keeping this game at a high level of good sportsmanship. Now please join us in honoring America by standing as JWP 7th grader Andra Armstrong performs our national anthem. And now to introduce tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Mankato Loyola Crusaders. Starting at guard, the 6-foot junior, number 3, Sam Raverty. Starting at forward, the 6-foot senior, number 10, Christian Vetter. Starting at guard, the 5'10" junior, number 12, Landon Javen. Starting at guard, the 6'3" senior, number 15, Sheldon Price. And starting at forward, the 6'1" sophomore, number 22, Micah Wrenchler. The Crusaders are coached by Eric Larson, Charlie Cook, Martin Stevens, and Paul Larson. And now the starting lineup for your Janesville Waldorf
All right, we're all set here. Fresh 18 on the clock. There you go. All right. It'll be Cholstead with the tip for the Bulldogs. And it looks like it's going to be Price for the Crusaders of Mankato Loyola. And here we are. All right, here we are. And it's the Crusaders eventually coming away with the ball. Raverty down the court. He's setting things up here for the Crusaders. Crusaders coming into tonight's contest 4-6. Bulldogs coming in 5-6. However, it was the Crusaders who gave Cleveland their best contest of the year so far. They did lose by 24. However, the Bulldogs lost by 55, so that should be telling. We'll see if it matters tonight. Those games were both in the past. We're in the present. Gannon over to Janicki. Cross court to Eustace. Eustace fakes. Drives in. And no shot. Before the shot, there was a foul. No basket is the call. First foul of the game. Foul was on number 10, Christian Vetter. Vetter, the 6-foot senior. To Cholstead. Puts it in. It's off. Heading the other way are the Crusaders. Raverty behind the back dribble. Gannon providing the defense. Appears to be man-to-man right now for the Bulldogs. Three-pointer deep. Oh, rattles in and out. Gannon the board. Janicki receives the handoff from Gannon. Back out to Gannon. Gannon can't handle it. Saves it before it goes out of bounds for the turnover. And tried to force it maybe to Eustace that time. Crusaders all over that one. Heading the other way, looking for the game's first score. And it's going to be a foul on King. And Vetter will inbound for the Crusaders. 16:35 to go. First half action. Still looking for the game's first points. Gets it in. And there they are. Price, the left-handed layup for two. Janicki across center court. Over to Cholstead. Cholstead fakes. Over to King. Spin move by Cholstead. And it falls in. 2-0 our score. So it'll be 2-2 on the scoreboard momentarily. And there we go. That's Price. Over to Javens. Passing it around are the Crusaders. Rentschler setting the pick. Raverty uses it back to Rentschler. The trees are in the way. And Raverty drives. Nice defense that time by Gannon. Eustace, the spin, and once again in and out. And what's the call? Oh, we had a little girl on the court. And we got to get that taken care of. Holy smokes. Well, I don't think she'll go on the court again. All right. Vetter. Oh, nice screen that time. Big collision there. Janicki to Gannon, over to King. Cross court to Eustace. 2-3 a little bit being used by the Loyola Crusaders. Eustace muscles his way in. Can't get it to fall. Picks his dribble up over to Cholstead. Threw it right at his shins, and it's stolen away by the Crusaders. And going to be a foul on the floor. And Raverty will inbound. Second team foul by the Bulldogs. They get it into Vetter. The fakes, nice move, but doesn't fall. Set it up well, but just couldn't get it to go kerplunk. And the Crusaders will have 2 subs coming in next dead ball. Foul as King drives in. And if you're off a little bit, you can let it run. So 2-2 our score, 14:29 left in the first half. Referee's conferring right now on who the foul was on. And, yes. And they're going to let the subs in. And coming in for the Crusaders, number 33, Brendan Kane, the 6'4" sophomore, as well as number 5, Ben Ellingworth, the 5'8" freshman. So some youth coming in for the Crusaders. And injury sub it looks like as Rentschler's heading out. Free throw is in for King. I'm not sure why they started boxing out. I think it was a shooting foul. Had to be. And not the case with the second. Rebound Crusaders. Janicki went for the quick steal. Tried to force it that time to the Crusaders down low to Price. And not sure what the call was that time, but traveling. Okay, I missed that. And Javens over to Raverty in the corner. Raverty loses the handle but regains it. Nearly stolen away that time by the Bulldogs. Slow start to this one, 3-2. A nice pass, blocked by Janicki, and Eustace comes away after they were tipping it around. Gannon the drive, finger roll layup not in, off the glass, off the rim. Heading the other way, the Crusaders three-pointer. Not again, it rattles in, rattles out. And King, nice pass to Janicki. Cholstead misses everything, and is that going to be on King? That will be King's second. I'm sorry, it's on the Crusaders, it's on Javens. And sub coming in for the Crusaders, number 23, Hunter Westman, a 6'2" junior. Nice inbound play. And Westman just came in, and he was the one who got the foul. I think his total fouls match the amount of seconds he's been on the court now, 1-1. Fourth team foul by the Crusaders. And King's first free throw, nothing but net. And it'll be Raverty coming in for the Crusaders. And the second plops in as well. 5-2 Bulldogs. Ellingworth, floater pass to Raverty. One-handed pass to Westman. Westman draws the foul. He's heading to the line for the three-point play. Okay. And the Westman at the line. Foul was on Cholstead, his first, team third. And off the back iron, rebound Gannon. Got a full press area, so to speak, tonight. Forget about that. Janicki, the lay-in. Nice athletic move there by Janicki. We got KTOE radio here tonight to the right of us. Loyola's got their video crew here, and we got, to the left of me, we got our videographer here. So A lot of cameras, a lot of microphones, a lot of cords. And the freshman with the drive can't get it to fall. With that layup, Janicki put the Bulldogs ahead 7-4. Corbin Burley coming in. Next dead ball. Three-pointer by King is nothing but net. And there's a net issue, and they're gonna fix the net. Boy, you know, haven't seen that too much, but then all of a sudden, the last 2-3 games, I've seen it happen 4, 5, 6 times. It's usually a good sign if you're on the shooting team when that's happening. And Carter Quast will be checking in for the Bulldogs. Carter Quast, a 6'3" senior. Although I have to admit, I was walking by him in the hallway, and it looked like he'd grown a little bit. Raverty the ball. Westman sets the screen, bumps off. Good pass to Geifer. Geifer wasn't ready for it, though. Rims out. Eustace the board. Burley's got the long blue sleeves on tonight. You know, we've seen that a lot more. And it'll count by Janicki heading to the line for the three-point play. Gonna try to do it the hard way this time. But Burley using the long sleeves, you know, I've seen that a lot more frequently or more often than I certainly did maybe 5-10 years ago. A lot of players going with the long sleeve look. Off the front iron. Rebound, Crusaders, and I don't know if I would have let that one go. They didn't, but they thought about it. And Quast a little too, kind of had that arm hanging off. And Quast comes in and gets an immediate foul. Kane will inbound it. Kane, the 6'4" sophomore. So a mixture of experience and youth on this Crusaders team. Many seniors, but many sophomores and freshmen as well. The underclassmen getting a lot of playing time. Speaking of underclassmen, that is a three-pointer by Ellingworth. Ellingworth, a freshman, the youngest member of this Crusaders club. And that's going to be a foul on Raverty. Oh, offensive, never mind. My apologies. I thought it was Raverty with the bump. Coach Nick James doesn't like the call. And Wentzler still applying some medical aid to Wentzler. I wonder if we'll see him later. Over to Geifer. Geifer, a senior. Nice set shot that time by, that's Javens. Hands it off to Gannon. And Janicki can't get, he tips his own rebound. Gannon the drive, and it's going to be a foul on Ellingworth. Stripped of the ball on the way up, lost the handle. And Gannon will head to the line for two. That was the 6th team foul by the Crusaders. Ellingworth's first. King will re-enter after the first free throw. Free throw up and in. King coming in for Eustace. And second free throw by Gannon is up. Tried to bank it, not the case. Rebound, Crusaders. Ellingworth heading the other way. Once again, the youngest member of this Crusaders club. Oh boy, I don't think it was blocked. And what's the call? Yeah, it's going to be Bulldogs. I thought initially they called maybe a block, but I did not see the tip from up here at the booth. Coach Larson thought that it was a block, though. Yep. And Gannon, the fake, over to Burley. Burley for three from downtown. Oh, in and out. Quash tries to tip the rebound. Unfortunately, it goes to Geifer of the Crusaders. Ellingworth, nothing falling right now. And Gannon, no look pass to Janicki. Oh, it looked good, but he couldn't finish. Couldn't close the deal that time. That was a great pass, though, by Gannon. Westman passes it down low, but can't handle it. Javens back out to Westman. Westman out. Down low, and it's up and in for Westman. 13-9. JWP Bulldogs out in front. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us tonight on this NFHS broadcast. Stolen away, but he slips. And Gannon, timeout called by Coach Nick James. And we will go to our local sponsors at this time. Dane's Body Works, full service auto body shop and glass. They work with all insurance providers, auto buyer and seller. Don't forget about motorhome rentals. Please contact Dane Schendel, 507-995-9856. Dane's Body Works, they've been great since 1988. Smith's Mill Implement. Farm equipment in Smith's Mill, right off of Highway 14, 507-234-5191. One thing to say about Dane's Body Works, they're great. Not open on Sundays, though. My wife had a little bit of a car issue this past Sunday. We called, of course, we wanted to stay loyal to our sponsors. We called Dane's Body Works. They were not open on Sunday. So Monday through Saturday, you know where to go. It's Dane's Body Works. Closed on Sundays. All right, Eustis will inbound in front of the JWP student section, which is quite limited tonight for whatever reason. Maybe I don't know if they're at the girls' game. I don't know what the story is, but not many here tonight. King fakes and fakes again, and it falls. King's having a nice game so far. You know, so far this first half, you can't judge the outcomes of the common opponent of Cleveland. Of course, Loyola only lost by 24 points to Cleveland. The Bulldogs last week lost by 55. So far, that is not anywhere near what's happening here. You never know. Someone could have been hurt. Someone could have been sick. You never know what was going on. Down low. Nice left-handed layup that time by number 15, Sheldon Price, 6'3" senior. Over to Burley. Some of the Loyola fans starting to get into this one. Burley, the long two. It's off. Rebound, Crusaders. And that is Raverty. Out to Vetter. Vetter down low. And that is Wenchler. He's back. Nowhere to go. And the screen set by Wenchler. Raverty the drive. And traveling is the call. And it is Cholstead and Janicki entering for the Bulldogs. Eustis to Fiesel. Fiesel across the court. This is Fiesel's first appearance in tonight's game. And Janicki over to Fiesel. Fiesel's not afraid of shooting from that far. Over to King. King. Boy, Andrew King, what a great game so far for King. He might be up to about 10 points. He's had 2 threes for sure. I know he's hit a couple free throws, and he might be in double digits. King's having a very good start to this contest. You wonder if, as his confidence grows, the output of King will grow, perhaps. Fiesel, the ball, after the Loyola basket. Back to King. Fiesel, a little bit of a stutter step there over to Janicki. Janicki down low to Eustace. Eustace can't put it in. Rebound, Price. Raverty inside drive, doesn't fall, gets his own board, nobody boxed him out. And that's what happens when you don't box out. They get their own rebounds and they put it back in for 2, plus the foul. Heading to the line for the three-point play. Once again, we got Anakin Williams here tonight. Good guy. If you don't believe me, just ask him. Donovan, he's okay too. No, we got a good crew, good crew. Both Anakin and Donovan are 7th graders. I had them for social studies last year. Pretty good kids. There they are. Free throw is in. 18-16, just like that. And that's going to be an obvious travel. You could see that one from up here. And you know what? Crusaders could tie or take the lead on this possession. Hard to believe. It was just moments ago they were behind by about 6 to 7. Oh, telegraph pass stolen away by Janicki. And then he puts in the left-hand layup at the other end. (20-16) our score. Raverty, a little long on that one, was Ellingworth. Yeah, that's Eustace hanging it off to Janicki, back to King. A little bit of a scrum for it when they try to get it down to Gannon. Raverty comes out with it. Down the center, no one stopped the ball, and Raverty puts it up and in for 2. Raverty's heating up. Poor defense that time by the Bulldogs. They let Raverty go right in. Nobody put the body on him. Cross court to Gannon. Back to Eustace. Eustace for 3. It's in, nothing but net. And there there it is, the net again. They got to fix the net. You know, I swear I've seen that maybe 7 or 8 times in 3 or 4 years of doing this, and I've seen it 7 or 8 times the last 2 weeks. It's been happening much more frequently for whatever reason. Always seems to be that net too. Raverty. Back to Javens. 3-pointer for Raverty. He cannot call on the other end. And his own guy bumped him. Timeout called by Eric Larson, the Mankato Loyola coach. It's going to be a while till our next boys home game. Our next home game is the 12th. Normally they bowled the home games, and for some reason they did not bowl our next home game. They bowled the one against Granada. But our next home game, actually it is a while, January 21st. We're taking on United South Central, coming out of Wells. That's a 4 o'clock tip time. That's a Saturday matinee game. I believe my parents will be down for that one. And maybe we'll have them right here at the booth with me. So I have not talked to my parents in a couple days. Yes, it is Saturday, January the 21st. 4 o'clock tip time against United South Central of Wells. Of course, a lot of people want to go to Wells to play USC because of that beautiful new school, beautiful new arena. And out of the timeout come the Crusaders. And boy, Raverty is the guy to go to right now. He's got the hot hand. 23-20 in favor of the Bulldogs. And we're a little incorrect on our scoreboard right now. But Anakin will hop 2. All I have to do is I just have to snap my fingers once and he gets to the scoreboard. Anakin's a good kid. I just mentioned that a moments ago. He's still a good kid, even though it's his first time doing the scoreboard, and maybe he'll be off a little bit sometimes, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. He still gets the treats at halftime. Cholstead traveling the call. Yeah, he drug the foot a little bit there. Yep. And also that was that half-court thing where he, So one thing to clarify on the half-court violation, the over and back, you are allowed to put 1 foot over the line as long as both feet are not over. Obviously, if the ball touches, then it's over and back. However, you are allowed to pivot and cross with 1 foot over the center court line. That's an often mistaken call that the referees are astute on, but a lot of the fans who think they're knowledgeable on that rule are not. And we've seen that in some junior high games recently. We've seen it in some varsity games recently where a lot of fans start chirping over a rule that maybe they don't know the full extent of. Oh, well, King, he stepped over the heel on the line. Yep. King's three-pointer was way off. It was short by a couple feet, but on the rebound, I don't know if Westman wasn't expecting it. He caught it, and he had a heel on the line, out of bounds every time. Burley to inbound for the Bulldogs. Gets it into King. Back to Burley. Burley for three. It was nicely drawn-up play that time. Could not execute fully. Could the Bulldogs. It was close, though. In and out. Raverty, who's been hot lately. Gannon providing the defense. Picked up his dribble. Oh, and he kept, nice. He kept the dribble and lays it up with the left hand. Nice move by Price. And just like that, it's a 1-point game, 23-22 Bulldogs. And King, a little late on it. Stolen away. And they're giving it back to Raverty. Inside drive, jump stop. Going to be a foul that time by Cholstead. No doubt about it. Nicely done. 2 minutes left in the first half, and we just saw a jump stop that time by Raverty. That was almost a jump stop with the clock by Gannon. By Anakin here with the stopped it right on the dot at 2. I thought he was going to miss. I even was ready to correct it, but nope. Anakin was right there. 8th team foul by the Bulldogs. That one was on Cholstead, his second. And up and in. Quast re-entering the contest for the Bulldogs in favor of Cholstead. And Raverty lining himself up. Could take the lead with this free throw, could the Crusaders. That would be their first lead of the game. It is. The Crusaders ahead 24-23. Hands it off. We're under 2 minutes here. Janicki floats it, can't get it. And oh no, I think King accidentally got Janicki in the face there. Janicki and King slow at the other end. And when it's 5-on-3, it's tough to play defense. 26-23, the Crusaders now with the lead. You can see in the corner of your screen the 5th grade boy is going to be playing at halftime. We will we'll leave the camera on. We will mute the microphones, but we'll be at the concession stands. Well, me and the crew. And boy, I'm telling you folks, when you come to a JWP game, they got the best concession stands. They got smoothies, they got hot dogs, hamburgers, they got the pizza, any kind of candy under the sun, you name it, they got it. Cotton candy, mini donuts. You don't have to wait for the fair. You can come here, get some mini donuts. They taste just like the county fair. Rebound, King. King, is he going to take it? Nope, passed up on it. Gannon thought about it. And Quast handles the pass. Nice move by Quast. Oh, couldn't finish, gets his own board. fouled on the way up. King's pass was a little long, but Quas was able to use that reach of his and bring it in. It's going to be the 7th team foul. We're both teams in the bonus the next 45 seconds. Foul was on Raverty, his first. Quas free throw is up, clangs off the iron, and Kane coming back in. We saw him briefly earlier on. He comes in favor of Westman. And we see some of the 5th graders doing the spirit finger business, and maybe it helped. I'm surprised they didn't dab afterwards. That seems to be what a lot of kids do these days. Take a bite of pizza, dab. Get 9 out of 10 on a spelling test, dab. Make a lay-in, dab. Doing the camera at the booth, dab. I'm personally tired of it, but you know these kids, they'll dab till their heart's content. It's off. Crossover dribble by Raverty. I thought it might have been a booted ball there, but must have been not the case. Janicki, the drive, and the foul with 5.3 to go. 28-24, Mankato Loyola Crusaders. And Janicki will be at the line for a pair. I believe it was a shooting foul. And there you see those kids with those spirit fingers again. And we'll see if we see a dab, and we don't. Well, what do you know? The Devil just removed a chunk of ice off his tail, I think. Or his pitchfork, one of the two. And Janicki, the second free throw is up, and it's in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It will count. Oh, and we're going to head into halftime with our score. The Janesville Waldorf Pemberton Bulldogs, 26, and the Mankato Loyola Crusaders. Put it at halftime. Put it at halftime. There you go. Yeah, half. Put it at half. 26, and we'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. We're going to leave the camera on here as the 5th graders of JWP play at halftime, but we will be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. We'll see you then. Tomorrow, we're just down the court. Crusaders kind of crept up there and got that lead right before halftime. We'll see what happens in the second half as, it could get very evenly matched right now. The Bulldogs came out a little quicker than the Bulldogs, than the Crusaders, but Crusaders certainly could close. We'll see what happens. All right. And they put some more time on the clock here. The halftime show went a little long, I think. They wanted to give the varsity players a chance to get loose. All right, well, so a little extra time here on the clock, so they're going to get that squared away very soon here. Once again, Jay Semry along with Anakin Williams and Donovan Rodriguez. Anakin doing the scoreboard tonight. Donovan taking care of the camera. Both 7th graders. I thought one of their mothers had to come pick him up there for a moment, but it looks like he's good for the second half. So if all of a sudden if you see a mother on your screen with an angry look, Donovan's got to go. All right. And then Anakin would take over the camera, and I would close at the scoreboard. All right. Eustace will inbound to Janicki, and we start the clock here with second half action. Janicki, not the way the Bulldogs want to start turning it over. Raverty, kind of a little bit of a double clutch there. And Raverty at the line for a pair. Free throw up. Free throws in. Somebody in the audience tried to squeak as Raverty threw it up, but Raverty, he's too professional for that kind of garbage. Yeah, same thing the second time. You know, some of these fans think that by yelping and hooting and hollering, they're going to get on these players' nerves. Not going to happen. When you're at the free throw line, you're not thinking about who's saying what out there. And Rentschler with a little bit of a body there, and that's going to be a foul. And Eustace will inbound for the Bulldogs. And gets it into Gannon. To Eustace. Nice fake by Eustace. Can't finish, though. You know, and it's going to stay with the Bulldogs. You know, that's kind of been the story of the night, though, so far. Bulldogs have had nice passes, nice moves, but got to close the deal. Gets it in. And, nice move that time by Janicki. Raverty across center court, Gannon providing the defense. Calling the shots right now is Raverty. Over to Rentschler. Looks like he's showing no effects from the injury in the first half. Back to Raverty. Down low to Rentschler. Fakes. Puts it up. Some in the Loyola audience thought there should be a foul, and not the case. And you wonder if King's going to get hot again in the second half. And there you go. Now they finished that time. Eustace, nice move and nice put in, and we're tied at 30 all. Over to Price. To Javens. Now, kind of threw it at the shins of Rentschler that time. Tight defense by Eustace. Raverty for three. It's off. Big rebound by Janicki. Heading the other way, full speed. And tried to get it down to Cholstead. However, Vetter could read what was going to happen and tips it away. So if the Bulldogs are going to score on this one, it's going to be, and an official is tying his shoe. Official's timeout. Gets it in just barely. And Gannon for three, it's off. Rebound, Crusaders heading the other way. It's Raverty. And what's the call? Body. Foul on the Bulldogs, number 32. That's on Gannon, his second. Gannon got the start tonight in place of Burley. They've been kind of trading starts this year. Jump ball, the call. Possession favors the Crusaders. Right underneath the basket. Rafferty, yeah. Some in the Janesville audience getting a little restless right now. Got some cotton candy here at the booth. Boy, that's a big thing. Wow. They don't skimp on the cotton candy. It's full to the brim. Free throw is in. Well, if we see some sticky cotton candy residue on the keyboard or camera, we'll know who did it. Won't need to call in Colombo for this one. And the second free throw is in as well. And it's the Crusaders out ahead, 32-30. Over to King. Excuse me, that's Janicki. Janicki to drive down low to King. And what's the call? Charging the call. All right. Of course, a lot of the time when you're watching KUIC, the Lady Crusaders of Mankato Loyola, they get a lot of the attention with those senior girls that are stars. No doubt about it. But these gentlemen certainly want to make some waves this year. And they'll be back up to 5-6 with a win tonight. Bulldogs, of course, looking to get up to 500 with a win tonight as well. These Bulldogs, many seniors. In fact, we have 8 seniors on the roster. Some with varying levels of experience, but 8 seniors. Maybe later we'll get some zoom-ins of those pictures that are on the wall. Maybe next time out. Passing it around are the Crusaders with 14:30 to go in the second half. Javens in the corner, down low. Oh, nice move by Price. And he gets a standing ovation from his teammates. Kind of a quick little back pivot there and put it up with the left. Burley coming in for Janicki. And that breaks the tie and heading to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Free throws up and in. Oh, and between the legs dribble, King knocked it out of his teammate's hands on accident. Boy, yeah, body that time. Yep. I think they were a little too aggressive that time. The pass went right to Eustace, and Rentschler and Vetter charged in, and a little bit of a hip action move there that time, and that'll be called every single time, and Gannon will inbound it for the Bulldogs. 14-13, second half, 35-32 Crusaders. Nothing doing. Eustace, a little bit of a hook type shot there. Tipping it around, oh. And it is Price coming away with it. And Javens for 3. Oh, it connects. 38-32 Crusaders, their largest lead of the contest. Yep. Overexerted himself that time, did Kane. When you get caught in a bad position and you do the wraparound like that, no doubt about it. Timeout called by Coach Nick James. Well, rep this time. Let's get a zoom in of those senior photos at this time. So camera zoom in, and we'll talk about each of these individuals. And there we go. We're zooming in. And is that as far as we can go on the zoom? Let's get a little closer. Okay. So that's a lady. We're going to go to the gentleman. There we have Corbin Burley. He's a senior this year. We'll keep going to the right. There's Tommy Gannon, two-time 1,000-yard rusher. We'll keep going to the right. Josh Janicki, he's a senior this year. And there's Andrew King. And now we'll go to the left. We got some more to the left. And there we go. There's Carter Quast on the far left. There's Levi Claybaugh, excuse me. There's Alex Cholsted. And there's Isaac Schramm. So 8 seniors on this Bulldog Boys Basketball Club. And we'll go back to live action here. Thank you, Donovan, for the zoom in. 13:43 to go. Gets it in. Schultz to Burley. Tipped away by Javens. Bulldogs regain possession. King to Gannon. And then Schultz back to Gannon for 3. Can't get it. Bodies his way forward to Sheldon Price. Oh, rattles in and out. That would have brought the house down for the Loyola section. Boy, you could see them rising to their feet in anticipation for another three-pointer. Did not happen. King to Cholsted. Oh, is it? Oh, no, they're going to call a foul on Kane. Kane, 6'4". He's the tallest member of this Loyola team. He's only a sophomore. And it's off. Subs coming in for the Crusaders. Geifer as well as Westman. Westman got a lot of playing time in the first half. Obviously looking for more here in the second. Thanks again for joining us tonight's NFHS broadcast. Going to the Crusaders. Of course, many of you not joining us live, many of you joining us the encore presentation, so to speak, the archived version. Maybe even some opposing coaches. We welcome all of you. There we go. A lot of people calling for the travel on that one. And Kane will inbound. And gets it into the freshman, Ellingworth. Pressure. Oh, but you steal it, and then you do that with it. Can't have that happen. Oh, boy, throw it. And they're going to... Yes, and it's... They said tipped, but it obviously is going to the Bulldogs, so... And to Eustace. Whoa, and it's saved, and Burley drains it. 35-38 now. 3-point lead. Pressure defense being used by the Bulldogs. Oh, they forgot about him down low. Westman. Jump stop by King, puts it up. Put back by Cholsted. Nice athletic move by Cholsted. And wide open again down low. That's 2 in a row. They got to change something up here. Can't let that happen 2 times in a row. And Janicki will be coming back in with Quast, next dead ball. King can't handle it. It's off. Burley the board to King. He bumps, and it falls in. King calling for a sub. King must be gassed. He looks, and accidental contact, I think, there. And Burley, Quast coming in, and Janicki coming in, and King and Eustace heading out. No, Eustace staying. Eustace going. He didn't know if he was coming or going that time, but the answer was going. Got to be getting close to 5. Staying with the Crusaders. During halftime, the crew at the booth, they both got Mountain Dews and they got a cotton candy to split. Yes, cotton candy. Once again, don't have to wait for the county fair. Oh, that's going to be over and back. It's bumped and then over and back. Ellingworth doesn't like the call, but it clearly hit his body on one side, and then he went to the other and tried a save. And he didn't save himself that time. Down low, Schulstead puts it in for 2. 41-42, good game right now. And Quast was supposed to apply some pressure. And it helped out. Janicki finishes, and the pressure timeout called by Coach Eric Lawson. We're going to go back to some of our local sponsors. AA King Construction, roofing, siding, windows, and remodeling. Please contact Aaron King, 507-231-4648. AA King Construction, inches and yards ahead of the competition. CFS, an egg-focused cooperative that turns progress into powerful solutions for their customers. Agronomy, energy, grain, feed, and financing. Look for them on Twitter or Facebook. CFS, the power of progress. MCM, McPherson Crop Management. Agronomy, technology, and data management services since 1993. They're in Janesville. www.mcmfarmworks.com or by phone 507-234-2224. And we are back. 9:56 to go. Second half action. Bulldogs by 1. They haven't had the lead for a while. They have recaptured it. Javens for 3. Nope. Over it again. Burley couldn't hang on to it. Too much mustard on that one. Slipped right out. King coming back for Schulstead. And the pressure is coming. Stolen away. King having his best game of the season so far. Yep. King accepts the call. 45-42 Bulldogs. 9:03 to go. Second half action. Westman to Ellingworth. Ellingworth, the freshman. Janicki jumps in front of it and tipped right into the arms of Coach Nick James. Gannon. Burley, a long one off. Rebound, Raverty. And he draws the foul. Heading to the line for the three-point play. Basket is good. We're waiting for the score. Yes, they finally have updated the scoreboard. It is 45-44. We'll update it ourselves here. Nice work, nice work. Raverty at the line. And once again, you're not going to rattle a high school basketball player with that kind of stuff when you just yell things out. Not going to happen. Eustace, threw it through it seemed like right through the guy's body, and King gets bumped, and it's going to be Crusader ball. And risky pass. Oh. Yeah. That's about the third time that's happened, but, you know, they might need to just leave someone back there. It might be too risky. Yep. 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 Thought about the move before the dribble. No, you're absolutely right. Three-pointer. Oh! And there's Javens. He hits it again. And every time he shoots a three, the Loyola fans go bonkers. Over to Quast. And for three. And the other way are the Crusaders. Oh, not again. Oh, and it clubbed to the ground. He is King. And Westman gets a good ovation from the Loyola fans. As usual, the Loyola fans do travel very well. I'm sure many are watching the girls wherever they're at tonight. But a lot of Loyola fans at the boys contest as well. Timeout called by Nick James. You know, a lot of rumors and innuendo, so to speak, about the future of Mankato Loyola. I know enrollment is down a little bit. We certainly hope they can turn things around, because we hate to see any school have enrollment issues. So, but Loyola, I've coached against Loyola a few times. I've coached actually many times. Last 4 years I coached junior high girls basketball, and the Loyola coaches have always been very kind, and have whether they have talent that particular year or they don't have a whole lot of talent, they coach their players well, and they do a very good job. Now these boys, these Crusaders this year, they certainly have some talent. They're ahead 50-47. A tick over 7 to go. Our clock's a bit off. That's okay. We're close. It's 7:01 to go. So once again, next home contest, a Saturday afternoon game, USC coming into town January 21st. I'll be there. My parents will be there. We know they're watching. They'll get to watch live on the 21st. We invite all of you to join us live on the 21st. Once again, what's going on your Saturday afternoon? Probably not a whole lot. Come out and join us, 4 o'clock. Blocked by Cholsted. Thought about the three, did Ellingworth, thought better of it. And now here comes the trap. Timeout. Timeout called by the Loyola's coach, Eric Larson. We'll go to a couple of our local sponsors. Once again, Guardian Energy LLC, Janesville, Minnesota. 507-234-5000. Lynch and Sons Farm Drainage, Janesville, Minnesota, 507-237-6833. Janesville Tire Service, Automobile, Agriculture, and Commercial. Contact Paul Beckstrand, 507-234-2234. Oliver Farm Drainage, please contact John Oliver, 507-234-6769. Tilling Septic Systems, backhoe work, and dirt work. Don't forget about trucking. Once again, that's John Oliver of Oliver Farm Drainage. It's not in season right now. You know where you need to go this spring and summer. It's the Dairy Queen on the corner of East 1st Street. No need for the phone number because you know that the Blizzard treats are well priced in comparison to the Mankato Dairy Queens. This is locally owned, folks, so they can do that. Once again, Dairy Queen, when in season, the corner of East 1st Street. And we're coming out of the timeout. We'll get to the rest of our sponsors momentarily. 50-47 Crusaders. 6:44 to go. And the Crusaders get it into Ellingworth. I say it a lot. 5'8" freshman is Ellingworth. Matched up against some seniors. So when they were freshmen like Ellingworth, he was a 5th grader. So that goes to show you how things change in a little bit of only a span of a few years. Raverty at the line. Free throw up. It's good. The Crusaders are in bonus town. That was the 8th team foul by the Bulldogs. That was the 3rd foul on Eustis. There we go. And Gannon over to Janicki. Gannon to Janicki again. Over to Eustis. A little over 6 to go. Going down right to the wire. Foul on the Crusaders. That was Jabin's 2nd. Team 6th. One more, and the Bulldogs will be at the line for the 1-and-1. King gets it in. Boy, King having a nice game. You probably hear Donovan singing Eye of the Tiger. He might have forgot he's got a microphone that's live right by him. Doot-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. And Gannon the rebound. Oh, King almost couldn't handle it. Oh, and they're on a scrum. Oh, my heavens. A big scrum for it. Anakin at the booth gave a look like, yeah, that's a scrum, all right. 3 people rolling around on the ground, fighting over a basketball. Gannon back to Eustis. Oh, it's off. Eustis Skies for the board. Again. Rentschler, the rebound. Of course, he was a starter. He got injured in the first half. He's back. Not sure if he's 100% or not. His time has been limited. Westman has had the lion's share. Oh, and somehow Ellingworth comes away with it. Falling like dominoes were the Bulldogs and the Crusaders, for that matter. Almost like they were on some of that ice you find out on your driveway. And Cholstead puts it back in for 2. 51-54. 4.5, or a little over 4.5 to go. He picked up his dribble. Ellingworth back to Rentschler. Rentschler couldn't handle it, saves it. Good awareness by Rentschler. Rafferty loses it. Chelstead, the steal over to Eustace. Across center court. Janicki. Cross court pass to Gannon. Gannon inside drive. Stripped of the ball by Javens. But, and they're bouncing all over. And, things are getting rough and ugly out there. My heavens. It's crunch time right now, and every possession counts. And these players are certainly playing like every possession counts. 4:09 to go, second half, 54-51 Crusaders. Price at the line for a 1-and-1. That was the 9th team foul by the Bulldogs. Gannon's third. Won't phase him. Well, that one, it did, but it wasn't because the little girl screamed at him. It was just because he was off. Janicki back to Gannon. Gannon trying to set things up here. Over to Eustace. King, a rare miss tonight. Yep, that hit the line, and it's going to go to the Crusaders. And it's going to be at the other end. There we go. Good camera work that time by Donovan. Rentschler. Tight defense by the Bulldogs again. Ellingworth heading the other way. King wants a call. He's on the other end. To Gannon. Passing it around with 3:20 to go. 54-51 Crusaders. Janicki, the floater, it's off. And Chelstead not happy, but that's the call. Double bonus, and that was Chelstead's fourth. So 2 free throws now for the Crusaders. 3:14 to go. And the first free throw's up. He will get 2 no matter what. Free throw is in. Burley coming in for Gannon. They're going to leave Chelstead in. All eyes are on this one right now. And 56-51. Fakes. Back to Eustace Hill for 3, and it's off. A rare 3 by Eustace. And Bulldogs calling for pressure on defense. And it was contested by Burley, but Price is fired up. He's going to the line for the 3-point play, and that gives the Crusaders, it's going to be a 58-51 score. They haven't put the score up yet. There it is, 58-51. And Price at the line. It's in. Burley to, timeout called by Coach Nick James. And we're going to get some of our sponsors we haven't talked about yet. Hey, we'll see ya. Yep. Bye-bye. DuPont Pioneer. Please contact Lane Janicki or Scott Roth. 507-838-5554. Ginger P Designs. You've probably seen that beautiful new building. Modern, fresh paper goods. GingerPDesigns.com. I was recently at a wedding, and the maid of honor was the owner of Ginger P Designs. And let me tell you something, high quality invitations, high quality programs, high quality everything. If you're looking for quality, you go to JWP Designs. Wisty's Meat Market. WistysMeatMarket.com. Stop in. Closed on Sundays. I've made that mistake before, that they're closed on Sundays. But they got the best stuff. Look for the local meat specials in your Sunday paper. They have coupons on deals. And let me tell you something. The very great deals, good food. Got some hamburgers there not that long ago. And the third pound of a burger. Wow. Let me tell you something. 2 for $4, and it was worth every penny. Probably one of the best hamburgers I've ever had. And they have lean options too. It's not just the fatty meat. Wisty's Meat Market. 3-pointer up. And that's Ellingworth. Oh, bumped around. Oh, there it is again. And they're fired up. They're fired up. At the booth here, Anakin and Donovan. Boy, they didn't like that when we almost had to strap Anakin back from rushing the court in anger. I couldn't believe it. Had to strap him back to keep him off their back. Oh, boy. And, a big collision. Looked like a couple of helicopters colliding in midair. Foul is on 22. We're not talking about Taylor Swift. We're talking about Micah Rentschler, and that's his third. Subs coming in for the Crusaders. Kane, along with, and it looks like number 15, Sheldon Price, is going to head out with the trainer with 2:16 to go. We might not see him again. And what's going on here? And the free throw is up and in for Janicki. Second free throw up. It's in. Getting close to the 5. Stolen away, and that's going to be a trip. And Chelstead will head to the line. Not sure if Price left because of blood, but they have brought in a towel. That must be what was going on. Yep, bloody nose. You can see him on our screen right now, applying the towel to the nose. Remember, in 2017, or whatever the year is, you can't have one drop of blood anywhere on the court. Too risky. And second free throw is up and off. Fast break for the Crusaders, and they have. It's just the fast break point. Oh no, and Janicki saves it barely. King's off, but those fast break points. Yep, it was off Janicki. Janicki doesn't like the call, but it certainly appeared from up here that the ref was correct. And Gannon going at it with Raverty. And it's going to fall. Boy, Gannon needs to cool off a bit. Just because you're a 2-time 1,000-yard running back, you don't get in anybody's face like that. I read it at the start of the when I did the starting lineups. Good sportsmanship by players, referees, and spectators. To Raverty. Passed away right to the scorer's booth. 1:36 to go, 7-point game, not over yet. Bulldogs trying to maybe intimidate these Crusaders right now. Rentschler coming in for Kane, and Burley coming in for Gannon. Yeah, maybe Gannon might need to cool off a bit. Gets it to Burley. Back to Eustace. Cross-court pass. Burley for three. It's off. The tip back. Yep. A hold. Double bonus, of course, for the Crusaders. Free throws up and in. Fiesel coming in. Haven't seen him a whole lot tonight. Possibly bringing him in for his long-range ability. Or maybe to get a foul on somebody else. Because, of course, Cholsted's got 4. Eustace has 4. Rafferty's free throws up, but the rebound, it does go to the Bulldogs. Fiesel with 1:16. Over to Burley. The long three. Oh, boy, he launched it. Timeout. Bulldogs don't go anywhere. 1:10 to go. 64-59. And, boy, that one was long distance to say the least. Wisties Concrete and Edging. Wisties.com. Contact Tanner Barpnick. 507-420-0997. My apologies to Tanner Barpnick if I pronounced his last name incorrectly. Crystal Valley for all your agronomy, grain, feed, petroleum, and propane needs. Your local co-op since 1927. www.crystalvalley.coop. See if I've missed any along the way. Oh, here we go. We know what that sound means. It's time to kickstart the Bulldogs. And people are, there we go. There we go. Ellingworth gets it, the freshman. Javens, excuse me, that's a hold is the call. 1:02 left in the game, or second half. This one could go to overtime. Ellingworth at the line. Nothing but net for Ellingworth. And the second is also in. 7-point game, 66-59. Pass. Oh boy, controversy. There was a tip. And it was the Loyola fans did not like that, obviously. But the ref saw a tip. He had a better vantage point than the fans. Some of the fans who were complaining about the call were probably looking at the programs or looking at their cell phones. So I'll trust the referee's verdict over a fan's. Janicki at the line, 49.4 to go. Nothing but net for Janicki. Subs coming in for both squads, 66-60. Right down to the wire. Flops in. 5-point game. Plenty of time. And King tried to plop it out, but he'll get the foul, obviously. Both teams have committed at least 10 fouls. It's bonus, double bonus, for both teams. Ellingworth at the line, only a 9th grader. It's in. Burley and Fiesel coming in. For those of you keeping track, that was King's 3rd foul. So he's not necessarily in foul trouble right now. Second free throw up. It's in. The Crusaders have been making their free throws, and that might be the difference in this one. King got to fire away. Bank not open. Yep, and that'll be a foul on Eustace. I believe that's his 5th. Some fans standing up, putting on the jackets, and we know what that means. 5 on Eustace, and he's going to take a seat here. And there he goes. Happy trails to you until we meet again. And Cholstead coming in now. Cholstead has 4 too. Of course, at this point in the game, you got to go for it. Fouls don't carry over to the next game, so you might as well use them if you need to. They're making their free throws. Boxing out was irrelevant on that one. It's double bonus. 69-61 in favor of the Crusaders of Mankato Loyola. 70-61. Burley for 3. It's off King the board. King feints his way in and gets it. And Rafferty dribbles his way out of it, but there's going to be a foul. And, of course, the Bulldogs intentionally fouling to try to get the Loyola Crusaders at the line. But when they're hitting their free throws like this, it doesn't really matter. It is what it is, so to speak. Once again, thank you for joining us on NFHS pay-per-view broadcast. Thank you for getting a season pass or a year pass. There's also the night pass too. Maybe we have somebody in that boat. Thank you for tuning in. Certainly, we remember if you get the NFHS, if you subscribe, you not only get JWP, you get any school that has NFHS. So a lot of good high school basketball across the country you could be watching. 5, 4, and the Crusaders will be applauding. 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Please join us on January the 21st, 4 o'clock. It's a Saturday. The USC Rebels coming into town. For Anakin Williams and Donovan Rodriguez, this has been Jay Semry. We'll see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you here live on the 21st.